All right, another okay day, another day of skating outdoors. So a couple real quick fitty product updates. The anti-rocker wheels are out. If you saw me skating them over the last few months, you can now purchase them. They are going to be in stores this week, maybe next week. Secondly, the bags are out of customs and they should be at the distribution center in California on Tuesday. Monday is a holiday here, so Tuesday is where the bags are going to be at the distribution center. We're going to start shipping out the early orders from California and get those out to you as soon as possible. But know that they're through customs. We're making progress. These things take time, and it's always really difficult to forecast how long they're going to take. But I really appreciate your patience. And again, thank you for the support. All right, I'm going to try something new starting with this episode. I'm going to have 3 goals for every session. I always love getting out here and having a plan, a theme. Work on something specific when I'm out here, whether it's testing something specific or learning a specific grind. So I'm going to try from now on to have 3 goals for every session so that I can knock them all off in order. And if I don't get to them, that's fine. It's not like I'm going to win or lose. It's just for me to have some target for the session. So today I am skating the Adapts still. I have the fitty anti-rockers on the inside and the God's dual density 58 millimeter wheels on the outside. So if you've been following the channel for a bit, you saw me skate some dual Durometer M1 Trinity wheels a couple weeks ago. They are a very interesting wheel. They are soft on the inside and hard on the outside. This is the exact same, I wouldn't say the same formula, but it's the same composition where they have the normal core like every other aggressive wheel, small core, but then they have this this wheel basically that's I don't know how big it is, probably 40 mil or so on the inside, which is the white area, and that is a really soft urethane. I think it's like 76A, super soft. And then they have the outside, which is another wheel, the final wheel, which is what they pour last, and that is a harder wheel. I think this is 90A. So we've got 3 layers and it makes a dual durometer wheel. So it's going to be, hypothetically, it's going to be longer lasting, it's going to be harder on the outside, but it's going to be squishy on the inside, which means that it should provide a much smoother ride and maybe a little bit of shock absorption when I do gaps. The only negative to this wheel specifically is the profile. So this thing is square. It is as square as you can get. This is the 58 millimeter undercover mold. These are the God's 58 dual duros. I don't think they make these anymore. I think they make them under the undercover brand now. But this is that square 58 mold. I do not like this profile at all. This is what they used for the Conjure flats that I skated. And while those were 95A, so super hard, I didn't like the way that this profile reacted on transitions. It felt like it was really difficult to get up transitions, even cement transitions. Granted, they were hard. But I feel like this is going to be really difficult to skate. It's going to feel like I'm in the train tracks, especially skating this anti-rocker setup. This wheelbase, 270, is a really great wheelbase if you have a really nice rounded profile wheel. But it's going to feel horrible with this. Again, that's why I test. So I'm going to go out there and give it a shot, see what they feel like. My gut says that I'm not going to like this. However, I am going to do some airs and I'm going to feel what it feels like when I'm squashing down after landing some gaps. So my 3 goals for today. First goal, I'm going to test out these wheels and see what they feel like. I'm going to test the dual durometer. I'm going to do some stompy landings. I'm going to do some carves in the bowl. And really just, see what these wheels feel like skating anti-rocker, if dual durometer really makes a difference. The second goal, I've had a lot of requests to do things other than grinds. So I'm here at Marsh and I've got my little launch area. I'm going to try to do a mute 360 over that launch. I do a safety 360. So when I do my threes, I usually, do just a quick safety grab. I want to actually grab across and tuck. I can do a nice mute when I'm going straight, but if I'm doing a 360, I never have the time. Here, I have a lot better air and I feel like I'm gonna have the time to get all the way around and do that 360 with a nice grab. So that's goal 2. Goal 3, this month's blading community challenge is an X grind. I'm here at my favorite ledge. It's a longer ledge, so I should have enough time to get really boot down on that front foot. I feel pretty confident with my X grind, but I haven't been doing them. Obviously, you know, it's a fairly new grind for me. And I want to try to get boot down as I get with my top acid. So goal 3, I'm going to do my X grind here. All right, nice and warm. Well, I feel like my body's warm, my fingers are frozen. It's still in the 30s out here, which I know a lot of you, it's in like the single digits. So I'm not gonna complain, but it's cold. That mute grab felt great. Felt like I was, you know, flying for a little bit, had a lot of hang time. The the 180, I actually felt pretty good at the 180, but grabbing my frame, oh, my fingers hurt. Because it's just cold. I don't know if it's the frame that's cold or my fingers are colder now. You know, I start with the mute and then work my way up to the 180. Maybe my fingers are colder now. All right, so I did feel great just boosting over that hip. I feel like I could get a really good run and some really nice hang time, nice air. But my my foot definitely was slipping on that quarter wall. I don't like these wheels for anti-rocker, for bowls. I feel like it needs to be more of a rounded profile. If you're skating straight, there's no better wheel. But if you want to turn at all, these are not the wheels for you. All right, I'm gonna try to get my 360. Wish me luck. All right, well, I got close. Definitely not there yet. I did get a little grab, but it's not where I want it. It's not like my mute. Like if I'm doing a forward air, just mute grab, straight mute grab, I definitely get up and tuck. I feel like I tucked better on my 360s after I got used to it, but it's really hard to get that hand down and tweak it or whatever you want to call it. I'll get it. I have confidence, but it's not happening today. That's as good as I can do. All right, X grinds, here we go. All right, feeling really good about that one. Oh man, I haven't done X grinds like that before. I think two things. One, the ledge being a little bit taller helps. At Durham, it's hard to get low on that ledge. First, because it's short. So, second thing is this ledge is long. So even if I don't land the initial grind with my foot flat, I have a little bit of time to balance that out and squash that front foot. That last one felt like I landed squashed. I have to look at the video again, but yeah, I was feeling that. I don't know that I'll do X grinds more, but if you haven't tried them before, this is your month. You got until, what is it, the 26th, I think? Back to blading.com/community. See if you can get that X grind. And if you can't, I think it's a 180 is the other trick. I'm so tired. All right, I'm gonna do a few more grinds, just randoms, and then get out of here. I feel like I got all three of my challenges today. Wheels feel great, absolutely great. This dual duro business, I like it. I think the profile could be improved. I think if it were more rounded, it would feel better. But it wasn't bad. If you're used to skating anti-rocker with a long wheelbase, you'll be fine. Definitely doesn't get the carve that I like. Definitely I slip off of walls when I'm carving around bowls and stuff because there's just not urethane there. But if you're skating straight, if you're skating, towards a ledge, you'll probably be fine. The 360, I feel like I got the 360 better. I didn't get the grab super well, but if you compare that 360 to the other 360s that I've done in the past, I feel like I made good progress. And then the X grind, definitely felt it today. If you haven't gotten your X grind in, get it in. It's a really different trick. All right, thank you all for watching. See you next week.